Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump's scheduled interview with Elon Musk on the billionaire entrepreneur social media platform happened on 12th of August evening. It ran into technical difficulties at the very outset, with many users unable to access the live stream and Musk postponing the event. The site showed the page was not available shortly after the scheduled start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for many users. As of 8:20 p.m., the page listed about 214,000 participants through the event, and though the event had not yet started, presumably due to technical problems. There appears to be a massive DDoS attack on X, Musk wrote in an X post on at about 8:18 p.m., referring to a type of a cyber attack in which a server or a network is flooded with traffic in an attempt to shut it down. Musk said that they're working on shutting it down and will proceed with a smaller number of live listeners and post the conversation later on the social media platform. And he said minutes later that we will proceed with a smaller number of concurrent listeners at about 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time and then post the unedited audio immediately thereafter. And the interview did happen at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where Trump touched upon a variety of issues in his interview with Elon Musk, including immigration, as he also recalled his assassination attempt. Listen in.
What were you about to say about illegal immigration before you were rudely interrupted?
Well, I was going to say how good the numbers were. By the way, we're going back to Butler, and we're going to go back in October. We're all set up, and the people are fantastic in Butler. It's a great area. These are incredible people. Like the three that, in the case of Corey, killed, and the other two, the families I got to know them a little bit, and the families are great. But we're going back to Butler. And even the people that put it up, they were unprepared, and they did a great job. They got it up immediately, fortunately. But I looked to the right, and the bullet came whizzing by, hitting my ear. So it was amazing. But when you think of the odds of that, and you know that normally you wouldn't use it. Normally I wouldn't have the thing, and then it would have been a very different story. It's very much, I say, an act of God. It's a miracle that it happened, and we had more people than you'd have at some of these matches or these games, and nobody left. You had a small group behind us in the grandstand, and that was full. And you look at it as it was taking place, and normally they'd be running. They didn't leave. They saw that I was hurt. They saw a lot of blood, and they saw that I went down. And it's almost like they wanted to be with me. Well, out front, you had thousands, tens of thousands of people. As far as the eye could see, you had people in Butler, as far as the eye could see. And a lot of press, too. There was, many cameras on watching this. It's what makes it so different, because normally things happen that aren't good, but you never have a picture of it. Here we have all these cameras shooting it.
And Trump also hit out at rival Kamala Harris, calling her a left extremist.
Rewriting history and making Kamala sound like a moderate when in fact she is far left, like far left.
Worse than Bernie Sanders. She is considered more liberal by far than Bernie Sanders. She's a radical left lunatic.
Netanyahu came to give a talk to a joint Senate and House sitting, and I was there. And Kamala stood him up. What does that say?
I think it's highly disrespectful. And I say, if you're a Jewish person, or if you believe in Israel, if you're a person that, is a very pro-Israel, if you vote for her, it's worse than Biden. And Biden was bad. But if you vote for her, you ought to have your head examined. And you see tonight, I mean, as we're doing this, I'm seeing reports coming that they expect an attack tonight or tomorrow from hundreds and maybe thousands of rockets.
I think it's a massive. I think we're in massive trouble, frankly, with the Kamala administration, and that's my honest opinion. And I think really it's essential that you win for the good of the country for this election. And I'm just stating my opinion.
Like, we're having a great conversation right now. Kamala wouldn't have this conversation. She can't because she's not
No.
smart. You know, she's not a smart person, by the way. She can't have this conversation.
This is a really big point. You can actually have a conversation with you.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
And you can't have a conversation with Biden or Kamala. It's like not, it's not possible.
Yes.